All right, guys. Welcome. Hamburger Podcast. Standing episode. My whole shoulders popped out. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. This is my intro. This is my we're free and we have constitutional rights. And it goes, you don't have to quarantine. You can go outside. You could slap a high five. You could take a ride. You don't have to quarantine. The law says so. The Constitution knows that Gavin Newsom is a motherfucking bitch and that he motherfucking lies. All right. That was my musical intro to Gavin Newsom fucking lies. I want everyone to know that. It's an important fact. Gavin Newsom fucking lies. All right, let me bring in. Now, so I'm super excited. Super excited. How gay can I sound? Very old friend of mine. Started out in comedy with him. Known him forever. He's gone on to create a very successful company. And right now, they're focusing steadily on plumbing. He has a great insight to the working part of this entire thing. Now, let me bring on Alex Moore. Now, I'll tell you, hey, Alex, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
Okay, so give me 2 seconds. I'm going to share this real quick. I tell everyone, least professional podcast in the history of podcasting. So right in the middle, I'm stopping to have to slowly get the feed, and I got to do the whole thing. I had to switch my, funny enough, I had to switch my entire Facebook because I was getting hacked, but they were changing my views, cutting me out, looping me, all kinds of weird shit. What's funny is I'm so irrelevant, like in the sense of having anything, but it was like I was explaining to someone, my irrelevance might be the thing because I always say the best thing you could ever do to prevent big fires is put out the tiniest, little, most insignificant fires.
Yeah, and the most insidious power that all of these big media companies have, see whether it's CNN or Facebook, the biggest power that they have is to ignore. So by cutting you out, they're doing their thing.
I have to agree. Now I got to tell you, whether I'm, whether anyone gives a shit about me or not, or this and that, I do say some things, and some of the things that I have said have shockingly come very true. Again, like I said, when we called out Sheen for having HIV, when we did different things, when we did the Weinstein thing, way before, when we were talking about the honeypots, way before there was ever a complaint filed, we were talking about Weinstein and the honeypots through a thread we read that was talking about this guy, Harvey Weinstein, who has these honeypots who run around, superstars who run around and get them girls. And, we did a thing about that, But we had called out a few things. We've completely, I just recently called out Eric Garcetti. He used to live in California. You know Eric Garcetti.
Yeah.
I called out Garcetti, went to the Los Angeles Zoo with his family. And privately.
I'm sorry. It was Via Ragosa or Via, he ended up changing his name or whatever. Yeah. So
he was Via Nueva, and his wife was, or he was Ragosa. His wife was Via Nueva, and he became Via Ragosa. Dirtbag of a human. But Garcetti was at the LA Zoo with friends and family doing a private tour of the zoo, petting animals and stuff, not the dangerous ones, but feeding the giraffes, things like that. I had an insider who worked at the zoo, as an animal, works directly with the animals. So they are essential to be there. Yeah. So Garcetti gets a private, we're all in lockdown. Eric Garcetti is walking around the zoo with friends and family, no masks or anything. Right. Petting animals, which has to be the least safe because they carry it too.
Right.
But he has the zoo to himself. Well, we're on lockdown and can't go there.
Yeah. And that shouldn't surprise anybody, man. That absolutely shouldn't surprise anybody that these people who are telling you how to live are not doing what they say that you have to do.
They're at Friday night orgies. Fucking raw. They're raw fucking
Friday night orgies. You know what I'm saying? They're doing whatever they want. They're on private beaches. They're telling you that you got to stop flying for the environment, and they take 3 personal jets.
Yep.
If not for double standards, the left would have no standards at all. Period.
Honestly, I mean, like, I mean, granted, my overview of everything is the problem is the left and the right are insane. Those of us that deal with life and go issue by issue and look at things from a perspective of maybe how it affects us, but also humanity. We're the huge middle, you, me, a million, billion other people that are all this middle. We're not racist. We're not super liberal. It's like being a white person who doesn't hate white people nor hate anyone else for their anything. Right. I don't care what you do. I mean, I'm Jewish, but the way me and you both look, I know you. You don't give a fuck what anyone is, and so it's the problem that they want to. This side wants to villainize an entire group.
Want to save you. Both sides want to save you from something,
and none of us are helping, and none of us are getting help from them.
And none of them ever save you.
Ever from anything.
That's the plot. That's the ploy, is saving you. I'll save you from the Mexicans, and I'll save you from the billionaires, and I'll get your fair share. And it's all a lie. It's all a lie on all sides.
We did way better as humans without any leaders.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we ended up thriving.
Yeah.
In the first place, is because we were individualized humans that individually did our thing, and then decided, and the weak people who couldn't do their thing said, "Oh, let me bring everyone to just do your own fucking." And okay, so the main thing I really want to talk about. So there's a woman who, 67-year-old. I'm an idiot again, least professional. A lot of people prepare. 67-year-old lady died at nursing. Hold on, worst. I'm the worst. 67-year-old lady died working at nursing home recently. Corona. Let's see. Anyway, okay. Nursing home staff spread coronavirus. Fourth patient. The point, okay, I'm an idiot. I suck at this. 900 years I've been doing it. The what?
Let's just say her name was Esmeralda.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Izzy. Yeah. So she's 67 years old. She's a frontline warrior.
I like that term too.
Yeah, no, she's a frontline warrior. She does.
What's a back-line warrior? What's like is that the guy in the back? He's 3 rows back going, yeah.
Like mostly like actors, comedians. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like she's a frontline warrior, soldier, hero. Yeah. Goddess, amazing.
I think you got to say hero twice.
Yeah, I mean, true hero, And what she cleans the bedpans and etc. and cleans up after the people in the nursing homes. Mm-hmm. And they explained she died of COVID-19.
Right.
Most likely Trump gave it to her on purpose and killed her. I think they said something about that. I think Pelosi's trying to impeach Trump on spitting on the woman. But so she's 67 years old, and her daughters were saying, like, my mom, was there and she was doing, what she loved. She cleans shit after people who poop themselves, etc., and then like cleans the floors and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know any child who's like, when I grow up, and there might be, but most children aren't like when I grow up.
Yeah. You also hear doing what they love is a very loose. Like if I die and they say I died doing what I love, I hope I died eating pussy while smoking weed at the same time somehow, like a massive heart attack. Because that's the only thing that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm with you. Yeah.
Like such a weird thing that everybody says about people when they die. They do what they love. I don't know, man. It's just not. Nobody wants to clean bedpans. Maybe she be a servant.
And that's my point, is the doctor might have wanted to be the doctor. The therapist might have wanted to be the therapist. The degreed people who spent the extra time and had the opportunity. Again, let's keep in mind, this woman probably was not given the opportunity or the choices of her profession.
Right.
And so my point being is when we keep saying these frontline heroes and this and that, and we're talking about McDonald's employees or Walmart workers or Target employees and this and that, I would gander that 99.9% of all these people if given the opportunity to not go to work, but to stay home and make the same money, would not show up for 1 second of work.
Because yeah. It's a very odd thing to do. Like I have an employee that he's a life plumber. He's been plumbing his whole life. He's never had another job. His dad was a plumber. He
would show up.
He would show up. He would plumb for free. He's told me that if he won the lottery, he would plumb for free. Now, is that insanity? I think so.
Yeah, but it's his dream.
But it's his dream. It's like there's dudes out there that work on cars. They'll work on cars regardless if they're getting paid for it or they're doing it, for free. So yeah, I see that. But I don't think most people are like that at all.
And I definitely don't think the person mopping the floor at the fucking convalescent hospital, because especially when she's 67, so we already know she's at high risk. Her life had to be so tragic that she had to risk her life to show up to work, because there's no heroism in showing up to clean shit that 20-year-olds could show up to do when you're 67. It's ignorant. If you show,
how much did they put on this woman at 67 years old?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And they put her around people with COVID.
Yeah, and that's the other part of this that nobody's really talking about, is how they put the people with COVID into the nursing homes.
They killed her.
And they killed her. Yeah,
the liberals killed this woman because they let her be in a situation at 67 where she's around people with COVID.
That's a fragile existence anyway. Once you're in a nursing home, it's near the end. It's chapter 11. You know what I'm saying?
And she was working there, though. She wasn't in it. She worked there.
Right. But she's 67 years old.
The point being is she still had to work past the age of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not by choice.
Right.
Nobody retires and then, I get people who retire as doctors, this and that, whatever, and then become teachers because they want to share.
Yeah.
She didn't retire at 65 and go, okay, but there's more shit to clean. There's way more asses to wipe.
She lived her whole career doing that, and then she left for a month, and she was like, God, I just can't go through every day not cleaning.
I miss the asses.
Maybe that's it. Maybe she's a fan of genitalia.
I think, it's absolutely the insanity behind them saying this shit. And then we keep seeing every of these governors, where you're at. You're in where?
Virginia.
Is your governor constantly on TV with no mask?
My governor is a maniac. Ralph Northam is a maniac.
Oh, is he badass?
No. He's the opposite. He's a Nelly. He was Hillary Clinton's pick for VP. So he's following the party line right down the center of his non-existent spine.
But does he always have a mask on whenever he's on TV?
No. No, he does not have a mask on. These people don't wear masks.
But there's camera people. What about the camera people? What about the gaffers? What about everyone else on set who they're going to kill?
Yeah, man. It's funny that you see people with masks in, I live in a suburb of DC.
Okay.
My guys go up into DC and I go up into DC, and I have 2 locations. I have one here in Fredericksburg and I have another one up in Alexandria, which is right on the DC line.
Oh, nice.
They're not wearing masks in DC. People in DC are not wearing masks. You know why? Because they know. They've been told. They've had a meeting. They've gotten it. It's been got through to them that the masks don't do any good, that it's worthless.
I'm going to say this, though. I personally don't believe that the surgical or the N95 masks are by any means worthless in the sense of protecting yourself in a general way and being safer than someone without them. However, their game playing with the masks,
it's a mind control
bullshit, because they first told us, do not wear the mask, they're horrible. Then they're like, you have to wear a mask.
All that mask is a mind control device. It's subliminal. It's to make you feel like you have to do it to toe that agenda. Those masks, they've shown that the mask, how it works. There's been many studies that show that you're rebreathing your own stuff. You're
oxides. Yeah.
So you're basically cooking your lungs. Your lungs need to expire. They need to throw out, and it needs to go out there. And we need to share in each other's filth.
Yes.
One thing that's amazing is I got plumbers out there that have been in this since day one, and none of them have gotten sick. Not one of them has gotten sick. Plumbers have amazing immune systems because they deal with filth. all day long.
Well,
So-
let me ask you a question. Have you've been on a movie set, correct?
Oh yeah,
Big movie?
yeah,
Okay, how many extras were there?
hundreds,
Hundreds.
500.
Wait, 500.
Yeah,
Okay, and now funny enough, weren't you actually in one of the superhero things or comic things, whatever?
I was God, I can't remember his name. Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Kingpin. I was the body of Kingpin in a Marvel Nintendo game.
Okay.
They put the things on me and made me act that because of my body shape.
And so what I'm saying is like, okay, so in all this stuff and with all the extras, there's certain movies that nobody's allowed to say anything about the movie at all. All
Yeah.
NDAs, even the extras, the hundreds of extras.
Yeah.
Hundreds of
Yeah.
extras. All sign NDAs.
Yep.
And nothing comes out. What's up, Adam Ferberg? Nothing comes out
Right.
about the movie. Hundreds
Yeah.
of low-level extras getting day pay.
Yeah, because you sign a piece of paper saying if you say something, you're going to get sued.
So we all know one or two people maybe who sort of have COVID or said they had COVID or this and that, maybe.
Yeah.
We're not positive. We don't know them. We didn't see them, but they've said it. They're on Facebook. We've known them. We know who they are.
I honestly, I think I had it.
Well, okay, me too on that level. But I mean where they're suffering.
Yeah. I don't know about these people. I don't know.
Couldn't they be extras?
Absolutely, they could. It's weird how everybody that says they know somebody, or I know a person who had it, but it was always a person or that somebody knows or that somebody worked with.
Yeah.
It's this separated person. It's like this, it's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing where it's somebody else who knows somebody who they had 5 people.
Yeah. And I mean, somebody I actually truly trust, Sherry Clip, had it.
Said,
and I 100% trust her.
She had it.
But she did beat it, and
Yeah.
she didn't go to the hospital. Yeah. But, I mean, like, I believe her, but she could still. Why couldn't she just be one of the extras?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
But you see what I'm saying? That's where they've got us now.
Right.
Where how could you ever know who's doing what or what's real or what's not anymore?
You're right, man.
I mean,
that's the thing. We're living in a bizarro time. We're living in a really bizarre time where everybody can stick their 2 cents in. I mean, look at us. We're sitting here sticking our 2 cents in. There's people who are sticking their 2 cents in everywhere. I mean, every part of your life, somebody's able to say, "Oh, I like that." I don't like that. I believe in that. I don't believe in that. And so it's like the truth is just, it's strung along, and we don't really know what's truth anymore. I mean,
so deeply strung along,
Mhm.
and that's where they won. Though I think there was a saying, and if not, then it's mine. Is that the greatest way to control humanity is to blur truth?
oh, absolutely. Well, that's part of the rules for radicals.
Okay, because I just came up with that. I just want to put that out.
That's
yeah.
That's one of the things in the rules for radicals is you have to define truth. You have to own. You have to, once you can define truth, and you can work back and retell history, and you control people. It's
Well, and that's the point, because truth is, oh God, I love that girl. Damn it, I missed her. There's this one girl who pulls in. I look forward to it whenever I catch her. Really tall, thin, black girl, gorgeous.
right.
She has to get out of her car to get the gate. I quietly look in a not too weird way.
Right.
I'm lonely. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, you're so right. It's the problem is that truth itself is so convoluted that I couldn't even begin to tell you what truth is truth. I can only go by my truth.
About what you feel is right, what makes sense to you from your previous experiences, and that's really it. That's all anybody has.
That's all we have.
So wow, we're in a weird place, man. We're in a weird place as far as humanity.
They got us.
Yeah.
Or they're saving us.
I heard somebody said the other day, something was on Facebook, and somebody said, "This isn't true." I Googled it. Okay.
Right?
So because you didn't find that answer on Google, then you're fine to say, hey, that's not true because it's not on Google. So nobody's even questioning whether Google is burning books. A literal.
Yeah, Google could be totally biased.
Absolutely.
And, not just that. It's people just need to wake up, stop, and look for 1/2 second to this. Ready? There was a time where someone went like this. Seriously, guys, we really don't need to throw another really hot, untouched piece of ass into a volcano.
Right.
It's a super big waste of tight pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's absolutely true.
It does nothing. And they went, oh, really? What do you want to get everyone killed?
Yeah.
Do you want to murder everyone and fuck children in their face? No, I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to fuck children in their face. I didn't want to murder everyone. Well, then stop it. Wait. Why is it that or not?
Absolutely.
And then we found out that, oh my God, we were wasting super virgin pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. And so the person that speaks up, and nowadays what's going on with social media is if you speak up and you say, hey, this isn't right, then somebody from the B list or C list of your Facebook friends chimes in and, oh, you're an idiot.
You're horrible. You're a rapist. You're mansplaining.
You're a killer. Well, they're saying people who don't wear masks in public are killers. Oh, you're going to kill my grandmother. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm fat. I have type 2 diabetes and I have high blood pressure. This is supposed to kill people with that demographic. This is what I am in the danger zone of this thing. I think I had it. I think I had a really bad sickness. I came to
Were you like this?
Yeah.
Where you wake up like that in the morning?
I lost my voice.
Yeah.
I lost my voice. I was coughing endlessly. And at the very end of the cough, I would produce a little bit of phlegm.
Okay.
The very end, though, it was mostly
shooting a mad yellow, but yeah,
dude. And I lost my voice for days. I had a tickle constantly in my throat. This went on for 2.5 weeks. I didn't do anything but drink hot tea, and I take a lot of vitamins. So that's probably the only thing that got me through it. But it was after going to California. I'd been in California meeting with a venture capitalist, and after he thought he had it because he had come back from China.
Okay.
We met up at the.
Oh, so you got it imported? That's badass.
We went to Four Seasons. We went to the Four Seasons, and we had dinner up in Camarillo, wherever it is up there. The Four Seasons right off the highway. We went to the Four Seasons and had dinner. And then he had postponed that meeting because he said that he thought he had 102-degree fever, and he thought he was had COVID. But at the time, they weren't calling it COVID. And then we were like, "Oh, we're leaving Friday. If you feel better." We ended up going. He ended up dropping his fever, and we went. And then 2 days later, I came down with this shit, and I had it for 2 weeks. And I flew back. We were scheduled to be at a conference in Anaheim. That was the first thing canceled by this. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger's health conference, and it was canceled. And our tickets were like $2,000 a ticket.
Oh Jesus! Did you get
yeah. It's all good. But we spent a lot of money getting out there to go to it and everything. But regardless, there were people wearing masks on that flight back. Man, there were people already wearing masks. The pandemonium had already started, and. I just think that this thing is way overblown, man. I think it's overblown. I think it's a real thing. I think it's a flu.
I think it's a real virus.
Yeah.
COVID's been around. The coronavirus has been around forever. It's on Windex bottles.
Right. Yeah, absolutely is. It's on Lysol.
That wasn't a fraud. That wasn't a fake picture.
Right. That's what I think, man. This is what I think. I think this was a flu that they didn't have a vaccine for. And it was a scary flu, but it was still just a flu. And it was made. Not that it was made, but it was what do you call it when you incubate? I think it was incubated in a lab in trying to make a vaccine for the H1 viruses. Yeah.
Well, because it's a mixture of H1N1 and SARS. That's all it is.
So I think it was just incubated in a lab. I don't know as it was created in the lab.
But is that the craziness? So if we discuss it like this, so if we talk about it like this. Then we say that, this is totally a virus. And we agree with all the scientists on both sides. This is a product of an H1N1 SARS virus combined. meaning they took them to try to create a vaccine. But we forget the part about the vaccine because that's hearsay.
Right.
But what everyone agrees on is this is a mixture of an H1N1 SARS virus.
Well, yeah. Yeah. They know
Across
that.
the board, right? So we're going with that. So if we discuss it this way and we say that this is a virus then, and then we realize that, first of all, a ton of us were running out and getting antibacterial soap for viruses.
For virus.
Work, yeah. I mean, again, it's not a bad idea to wash your hands because it will get rid of the virus on top of it because you're washing it. But hot water alone would do that.
Right. It's a
now. So it is a virus. We agree on that. Everyone's okay. Like, okay, totally. We're all in on the virus thing. That this is what it is. What we disagree is the strength of it. And I personally feel, I did a joke. I had to do a comedy thing. And I'm doing one for Flappers. But one of the things I talked about was, I said, if this thing really kills like mostly old people, I mean, would it be that bad getting to drive fucking a little faster on the freeway or walking across any lawn you want anywhere? You know? And it was just like, okay, like, come on. I don't want to be a dick, but stay inside or die, old people.
That's the thing. You quarantine people who are susceptible to things.
Which is what we've done every time other than this.
Everybody, because of the thing. That's crazy. That's what's really, that's the real it about this whole thing is we stopped the economy. We stopped our whole economy for this.
Now,
so all the things that are going to happen, and bad shit's coming down the road, man.
Oh, unbelievable.
Bad shit's coming down the road.
Unbelievable bad shit. Riots.
Yeah, riots are coming down. I mean, if you don't already see it, the other day I went to Wendy's.
God damn it, I meant to get a gun today. Go on.
Speaking of guns, man, I can show you some.
I would love it. Yeah, God, send me one. No.
Here, look at this. I'm in front of my gun safe, actually.
I love it. Yeah. No, I think it's great because you know me. I have always been pro gun, like pro Second Amendment right to. I don't have a gun. Holy shit! Yeah. See, that's what the fuck I need, man. Just one of those. Yeah.
My Glock. It's my HK. Up here, that's.
Now we can't really see in there too well. You got to get either take something out or yeah. There we go.
I don't know what you can see. If
you yeah. Now we can. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
Shotgun in there.
These are both shotguns. So this is a shotgun. This is a shotgun. This is actually a Benelli M4, which is a very like a high-speed shotgun, and this is a FN SLP shotgun. I got an AK-47. I got a SCAR 17, and a couple of ARs. I build ARs for a hobby, man.
Oh, you make them?
Yeah, I build them, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up! That's too badass.
Yeah, they're easy to build. They're like a male Barbie. They're easy to build.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to figure out how I can get a gun because I haven't wanted one for a long time. I used to when I was young,
right?
Like from up until almost like 30, I always had a gun on me.
Yeah,
like I had it on me or in my car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I always had what I had was see, exactly
on me.
Well, see, I was always like it was a Smith & Wesson, but it was a Glock replica.
Okay.
And hold on one second.
Yeah, man.
Hey, baby, I'm doing the podcast because I'm super unprofessional. Can I call you back?
Yeah, love you, bye.
Love you, Bear. My oldest daughter. She's watching my oldest daughter has my youngest daughter. Two different moms.
Yeah.
But she has my youngest daughter at my first ex's house.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool, man.
Gotta work it out, you know?
Yeah.
But so I wanted, I would love to get a guy. So I had, it was a Glock replica. So it was all the Rosinal or whatever it is.
Probably M&P. Yeah.
And the only thing that was metal was the slide.
Yep.
And so I love that. And I had a P38.
It's hard in California, man, because
well, this was way back
before
in the 80s.
Yeah. That was when it was good, man.
Yeah, I got a felony attempted murder with a gun.
Okay.
And so I couldn't buy guns, and I don't know if I can now. I couldn't imagine. But
I don't know, man. I mean, some people are able to beat that, whether you got to get it expunged or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check it out because I think right now you need to have a gun.
But here's the thing, man. There's a company called God. You know what? If you're interested, I'll hit you up with it. But
Yeah.
3D, I think it's called 3D Tactical.
Okay.
And what they do, they sell 80%. You know what an 80% lower is?
It's where they send you everything but like 20% of the gun, right?
No. It's so the lower is the part of the pistol or it's the lower receiver. So
Okay.
what they do is they send you an 80% finished lower receiver, and then they give you a. I have one. They give you a jig where you finished a couple of drill points, and that completes the other 20% of the build, and then you put it together, and it's a complete firearm. But an 80% firearm is fine to ship without permits, whether you can ship it, you can buy it, you can have it in California. And you can finish one yourself, and it's perfectly legal. You can't sell it to someone; it's yours, you know. But yeah, you can get those, man. 3D Tactical is the company.
Hold on one damn minute. I'm right. God damn it, I never have a pen. You know what's funny? Oh, there. You know what's funny is there was a lady here earlier who had a weave.
Yeah.
But in between her top of her weave and the bottom part of her weave, it was completely bald.
Oh,
not on purpose. Like not on purpose.
I'm sorry, man. 5D Tactical is what it's called.
5D Tactical.
Yeah.
And so her weave was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I went to go take a picture, and I missed every picture because I had my timer on. The other day, I had this great video, major action going on, and I didn't hit the record button.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. I'm terrible about it, man. I can't get it right. I take my dog down to the dog park, and I throw the Frisbee, and she runs for it. And I think I got it on video, and then I look, and I didn't even push video. You know, it's.
Don't you hate that? And you're like, moment missed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so here's their 80% Glock pistol, the complete pistol. You build it yourself. Now it is expensive because it's unregistered. It's a ghost gun, basically.
Right.
It's 7. Let me see.
Go to your now straight. Keep going a little closer. There you go, right there.
It's $749, and that's what you get, and then you complete it. And then they have different ones, but it's called an 80% Glock compatible lower.
I have no problem paying $800 for a gun I can get.
Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah.
Also, now because you're in California, there's ammo capacity issues. So 10 rounds, I think, is what you can have in California, man. So, but if you go to Arizona, you can get Glock magazines because those use Glock magazines. You can buy 20-round Glock magazines. Not that you'd want those because you want. Yeah, but if you were, going hunting in Arizona.
Well, Arizona, you could try the ammo out on Chiapas, right?
Yeah.
Like they have no laws there.
Yeah.
They're still like Death Valley days.
Yeah. Utah is great, man. Utah is good gun country too, man. I went for a motorcycle ride, so I think I got a bug or something down my shirt, man. Anyway.
Don't you hate that? Oh, nice bike, by the way. You got an Indian, right?
Yeah, I got an Indian.
Indian, yeah. Beautiful bike.
Thanks, man.
Beautiful bike. Oh. Yeah. You know what sucks is when I had recently I had extra money before this virus hit. I mean, I'm fine right now. I mean, I'm getting by right now.
Right.
But I had some extra money for the whole thing hit to get a motorcycle again. Because you remember my Harley, right?
You did get a nice Harley, man.
And then I got hit by someone with no insurance.
Yeah, that was a beautiful bike. Well, you walked away from it at least, man,
Yeah. No, I won't even lie. I walked away with like 12 grand.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I mean, I want to be a dick. The girl who fucking bought it for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what she did, but they sent me we broke up. We broke up, and they sent me the insurance check.
Yeah, wow, awesome.
But she had bought me the bike, like she was paying for the bike.
Yeah.
There.
Harley will basically they'll throw a bike at you, man. They will. They'll throw a bike. You go apply, and they'll just give you one, man.
Yeah, no. Well, the problem is I have second divorce and shit. So my insurance and my kid's cousin just died on a fucking bike like a couple years ago. So they're like, Dad.
It is. It's one of those things. You got to weigh But like me, like I got a Hellcat too. I got a Dodge Hellcat, which I love.
Yeah.
That's more dangerous than a bike. Like a bike's dangerous, but I can go 0 to 100 in like 6 seconds in my car. So
Yeah, that's just insanity.
yeah, the bike's actually the more tame of the two things.
The bike was a way to calm you down.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
No.
I'm a safe bike rider. I'm a dangerous driver.
Well, now you live on land, right?
Yeah.
Like you have a good piece of land, right?
Oh no, I don't. I live about 40 miles from DC. It's in a townhouse. So yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Now
I only asked it. Yeah.
I would definitely like to have land, but this state is going crazy. This state is.
That's my next goal. Is I'm getting out of here as soon as I tie up loose ends, and I'm getting out of here, and I'm getting some land.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere where like nobody really tries to go too much.
Idaho. Idaho.
Yeah, I got a mixed daughter and I'm a Jew. We want to live
in Idaho. You'd be fine. Just don't show the tattoo, man. You'd be fine.
I literally, it's funny you remember that. Yeah. No, I literally wanted to move to Coeur d'Alene because it's one of the safest places in America. This is when I was married to my ex.
Yeah.
It's the white supremacist capital of the world too.
That's the problem. That's the problem is
that other people won't wake up and realize why is the white supremacist capital of the world also the safest, best place to live? Wake the fuck up then, people. Seriously. Like you can only be so fake mad. You can only talk so much shit. But when the safest fucking place in the goddamn world to live is the fucking the safest place in the fucking country to live is the white supremacist capital of the world, then maybe the rest of us, Jews like me, Latin, Asian, maybe we need to check ourselves a little.
Right. When I was in Idaho, I didn't run into any white supremacists. That I didn't go out looking for them. But that's probably because everybody thought it was me.
Well, I was going to say, who's coming up to you going, hey, what are you doing here?
Right. That's the thing, dude. That's the thing. But what I like about it is there's just no people there, man. They might be all white supremacists, but you don't see other people.
No, it's so true.
It's great.
And in general, even white supremacists, like nowadays especially, aren't going to say shit or do shit to you. They'll just kindly avoid you.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you got way more problems with white women who hate everybody in the entire world.
And dangerous. When I was growing up, white women hated me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a bad kid, and and white mothers did not like me. You know?
Yeah.
So, that's the thing, man. Is those people? The roles changed. It's weird because nowadays conservatives seem like they are willing to roll with more shit these days, and it seems like the left is offended by everything. But then
everything.
But the right is like, fuck it, But when we were kids, the conservative right was a pain in the dick.
The conservative right, that's the thing is the conservative right, their kids fucked them over.
Right.
So bad and became the liberal left.
Right.
And now they're like, fuck you, mom and dad.
Right.
But meanwhile, they're no less racist. They're no less chauvinistic.
Yep.
They're no less anything else. And they're dirty as fucking. The difference between the left and the right is the right kills hookers. The left kills children they fucked.
Right.
That's the big difference, though. God damn it. If someone's got to die between children and hookers.
Right.
And
it used to be that the children of, that's my dog over here, man. The children of the wealthy went to these Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
And then they got those. See, that didn't change. It's still the children of the wealthy that are going to the Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
Only the conversion rate happened, and the left took over all the Ivy League schools, which twisted the whole mentality of all of those people. So you're exactly right. The racism didn't stop. The judge didn't stop.
Nothing stopped. Yeah, nothing. You know what it is? You know what the greatest thing is you look at it this way. Trump wants a wall around the world, or around the country.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi just wants one around her house.
Right. Exactly right. That's totally right.
And that's the difference. I will take someone who'd rather wall up the country over their own house any day.
Absolutely.
And the problem, that's what people don't get when people have ever tried to say, oh, you're a Trumper. No, look at my early podcast. I didn't like Trump.
Right.
He won me over.
Right.
He won me over from hating him.
Well, how much
logic?
I mean, he did the Prison Reform Act. He made it to where people can breastfeed in airports.
He's got so many different minority people on his fucking cabinet.
Yeah, man. It's crazy how
he never cared what race a hooker was.
That's ever. They all can die.
He loved them all. Yeah, he loved every race and killed them all. Then when they talked.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean that's what people don't get. None of us, like the majority of us that like Trump, and I don't say support Trump, like Trump.
Right.
We like Trump because this motherfucker speaks straight out. When they're like, oh, he said this word instead of this word, or he wrote this word instead of this word. Right, you cunts, you Nazi grammar fucks. You know why he did that? Because it was him doing it. Exactly. Instead of him being represented by 900 different Harvard graduates who formulated a certain sentence for Obama. And I liked Obama. But they would formulate what he said. They checked what he said. He was spell checked and sentence checked.
It was delivered to him on a platter. He was the teleprompter king.
Trump just goes, this is what the fuck I'm thinking.
Right. And that's what makes him unlikable. That's why people have a problem with him, is because he's a typical New York tycoon.
That's why I love him.
They're not likable. I love the guy, and I think he's exactly what we needed.
Oh my God, yes, still do.
He's
called this whole thing a hoax. He started out calling it a hoax. He's never worn a mask.
Yep.
He's never ever given a fuck about the virus.
Right.
Like a president shouldn't, because you know what that motherfucker's getting every morning? 9 different shots of 9 different amazing fucking things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sleeping 2 hours a day. Just fucking getting special. He's like, have you ever seen Tony Robbins' movie, I'm No Guru?
Yes.
It showed Tony Robbins getting ready before one of his speeches, and he was sucking down a B12 shot and taking all of his crazy concoctions and jumping in the ice pool.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the president in an ice bath and, give him a blood transfusion and a bump of some really good chemically made cocaine. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
But he's literally like, no, fuck this thing. He's like you know what? You know where I was today? I went down to Sprouts. I took a scooter, the Limes. I love the Lime scooters. By the way, guys, use Lime. Lime rules. Lime scooters are literally the cheapest, best scooters that go around. They don't fuck you like everything else.
Lime scooter. How much is that to ride?
They're literally like Limes.
Yeah.
Are really the cheapest ones. They're like 20 something cents. Like to ride a mile, or 15 cents, something like that, to a minute.
Yeah.
And like 50 cents or $1 to start, and you can find promo codes and everything.
Okay.
Like I love Lime. During this whole thing, Lime had to go away for a while, and I had to use birds. And you use a bird, and every time you use one, no matter where you go, it's like $4 or $5.
Okay.
You're like, that's not a deal, but I'd rather use a bird than getting an Uber or doing public transportation.
Just me. My son, I wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for me, man. But I can see people. I see people doing it. I always want to throw them into the river when I see them.
Oh yeah. People hate them.
Yeah.
But I love them because you know why? I mean, you know where I live? Like I'm by the Lowe's Hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Why would I have a car? Well, funny enough. Okay, so I fucking had a great car. And the only reason I haven't bought a car is because I just don't want to get parking and shit like that right now. I want to leave LA. But I had a car, and I also had a wonderful ex-wife who decided to get like 5 different tickets on this car without ever saying anything.
Oh, yeah,
or paying them. And then park it in a red zone and have it impounded. Oh, how you doing? And then park it in a red zone. And I watched it get towed away. and then the bill was like $6,000.
I had the same experience. I gave a car to my cousin, and he drove it to Connecticut, and he parked it, and he walked away from it, and I had $3,000 in tickets.
It's insanity.
Yeah. It was one ticket, but it multiplied like 20 times or something like that.
And all she ever had to do was just say the first time, "Hey, I got a ticket." I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But she's an idiot. She was an idiot. Yeah. Did you ever meet my ex, the tall black woman with the dreads?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Good. I mean, she was okay. I don't know. Let me ask you an honest question, because I know you'll answer me honestly. You're one of the few people who doesn't think like, "Oh, I'm a psycho." You know, like you could give a fuck if I was mad at you.
Right.
Most people are fucking twats and whatever. But was she ugly?
No.
Okay, because I thought she was really good looking. I mean, she's hideous now. She got hooked on meth. She did a bunch of shit. Got hooked on Vickies and Narcos and shit.
Yeah,
and fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was good looking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She was young too, right? At the
Oh
time.
my God, dude, 18 years younger. But you know what she said to me? Because before we got married, the first thing I told her was, "Look, I don't dig that you're young. I
Right.
want someone my age. We just fell in love.
Right.
If you see this as like a situation or any daddy thing or this and that or anything weird, just move on."
Mhm.
I go, "I'm not somebody who's going to take care of you. I'm no good.
Right.
I'll amount to nothing. I have little ambition. I fuck everything up. I piss everyone off." I go, "Just so you know," I literally told her this. "I piss everyone off. I fuck every opportunity up. I always do." I go, "I'm very talented. I'm very creative. I'm an amazing teacher. And most people hate me.
Yeah.
Like they love me. Everyone loves me, but hates dealing with me."
But who gives a fuck, man? You
Right.
know?
I don't. No, I don't. But I was explaining to her, before you get on this bus,
Yeah.
this is the ride. I'm not the older guy who's going to be good or take care of you.
Right.
You know, and blah, blah, blah. And we were totally in love. And again, nobody ever thought, like, "Oh, is that her dad with her?" Because I'm 50 right now. I don't look 50.
Right.
You know, I don't think I look great or super young. I just don't look 50. When I was like 40, I didn't look 40.
Right.
And so nobody thought she was my daughter or she was way younger than me, but she was 18 years younger than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she brought it up the other day, like, "Yeah, you tricked me into marrying you." I'm like, "Bitch, you were living in your car."
Yeah.
I had a Harley Davidson, a Bronco, the OJ style Bronco. Remember that one?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then I had another car.
You had a
And I
white, right? The Bronco.
Yeah.
I had a white Bronco, the same Bronco. Mine was green.
Weren't they great?
They're awesome vehicles, man.
Oh.
I wish I could find another one, man.
Oh, they were so great. And well, that was the thing, is like, I go, when I met you, I had 2 cars and a fucking Harley.
Yeah.
Within a few months, I didn't even have a car. You threw out the title to one of the cars that I needed to register.
Yeah, man.
On accident, she threw it out. I mean, she was insane. You know,
At least
again,
that's it.
great pussy. And that's what happens sometimes. You know what it is? Total soulmate, just a bad soulmate. You know, but it's the insanity of bringing up the age difference when it was like, no, I wasn't looking for younger girls.
Right.
Girls my age didn't want to date me.
Exactly. It just happened.
Yeah. And yeah. So are you married still?
No.
Okay. So you're twice married, twice divorced too.
Yep.
Oh, well, okay. We're in the same boat. Yeah.
Yep.
And now quick
I don't
story.
I don't want any kind of anything anymore, man. I'm you know, if it happens, it would happen, but no.
Oh, nightmare.
I'm
Yeah.
not for that shit.
No reason to sign papers ever
No.
again.
No.
Yeah. And well, honestly, what's funny is, so I was doing a comedy show up at Bakersfield for an NA show. And a buddy of mine invited us to go skydiving. Jim, you know Jim Trino, right?
Yeah. He
Okay.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, so he takes us to go skydiving. My ex, somebody gets almost tangled, and it was a weird situation, but they were fine. She freaks out and doesn't want to go.
Right.
Now, the what?
So that happened before you guys were supposed to go up.
Yeah. And so she doesn't want to go. And so I will say this, for years I told the story like that, and I said, so I didn't go. I told her, fine, I won't go either. The truth is, when she chickened out, I also then went, ooh. I don't want to go and die, and she
Right.
chose not to.
Right.
And she lives,
Right.
and that's too much of a movie. And so I got worried and didn't want to do it either. And so I used the excuse of being wonderful
Yeah.
and backing out for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I truthfully, I pulled that bullshit at the time, but in truth, that's what happened.
Well,
And yeah, and it's not like I ever got to go again,
yeah. Sure.
ever recently. And I will say this though: have you been skydiving?
No, I'm 400 pounds.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No,
Really?
you know it doesn't matter at all.
Really?
Yeah. Let me just tell you ahead of time. Doesn't matter. And I'm not saying I've ever been because again, winkety winkety, I've never been.
Yeah.
But it seems like the most cathartic thing in the world ever to, I would assume,
Release yourself into death.
well, because what you're doing from the videos I've seen
Yeah.
is that you're stepping out of an airplane.
Yeah.
And let's just say in certain cases, a really small airplane because their bigger airplane wasn't working because of COVID.
Yeah.
If that were the case.
That was.
And yeah. And so you're stepping out tandem for your first jump ever.
Yeah.
In off of a little airplane and you step on a step. The next step is death.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Oh yeah.
death.
Yeah. That's it, man.
So you give up your life right there. You decide, I'm giving it my life and it's possible I'm going to die.
That's what I do when I fly, man. Because I don't like to fly, but when I get on a plane, I say to myself, "Okay, if I die, I die. This is it. I'm going to do this." And whatever.
That's how I've always looked at it too. I agree with you that hey, I'm done. I have no more control.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at this. That's how somebody might have looked at this whole jumping off an airplane thing.
Yeah.
And then when that door opens,
Right.
I'm assuming their balls drop into their throat and they choke on their own nuts.
Yeah.
And go, oh fuck. But then when they jump and they see the world below them
Yeah.
and they realize, oh my God, I just gave up my life. Nothing matters.
It's a fucking great view, am I right?
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. And nothing matters anymore.
Right.
Because you just truly, it would be like playing Russian roulette. You spin the chamber, you could die.
Yeah.
You could live. One bullet. You have a better chance of living than dying.
Right.
Same thing with jumping. You have a better chance of living than dying. At the same time, very probable you could die.
Yeah, I mean, it like I would jump out of a military plane with the thing that attached the zip line that attached.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that in a heartbeat. I trust the military.
Well, you could do the bigger planes.
Yeah, but I don't like to fly, and that's thinking that I'm just going to land and I'm just going to step off the plane like normal. I would have a distinct problem with knowing I was going to have to jump out. With some dude.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with skydiving instructors is they look more stoned than me most of the time.
If they don't, you don't want them.
Yeah, and they've come to grips with their death. They don't
years ago.
Yeah, they don't give two fucks.
In juvie.
Yeah, right, man. Like
every one of them.
Taking advice
from their death in juvie.
Taking advice from them it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow for me.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
no, I'm with you. I would imagine.
Weight doesn't matter. What do you mean my weight doesn't matter? They don't let a tank jump with a little person's parachute.
Yeah.
That strap, the thing that goes in your crotch.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want it to break. Imagine if that's the only part of the suit that breaks.
It wouldn't even matter because you're so clicked everywhere else.
But
you know what's funny? I would imagine that there's a point when you do the tandem.
Yeah.
Where they do this thing, right? Where they the tandem instructor adjusts you.
Yeah.
So they loosen everything and you drop a little bit. But you're probably, I'm assuming, 13,000 feet above the world.
Okay.
And they're adjusting you. Now, me personally, if I was in that situation, the first thought that would go through my fucking mind was, wait a second.
Yeah.
Did my ex-wife get like a lot of money, convince this dude to hit me up to jump, during
Yeah.
COVID, and they're gonna drop me, and I'm gonna die. Like, this is weird because everything might have, if that was the case, it would have happened weird, right? That scenario.
Yeah.
And so I would have been freaking out that somehow my ex set this up when the guy said, "Hold on, I'm gonna adjust this."
Why
And
does
I'm
he?
like, what?
I would be very angry if he. I would probably smack his hand, man.
I dropped a little, but then
Yeah.
I was fine.
Yeah.
In my mind, like that's what I'm saying. In the story, it's like, oh, the
Yeah.
guy would probably be like,
It's
dropped
all
a little,
theoretical. No, I
and I'm
get.
fine.
Yeah.
But
No.
so I imagine then
I
you're
could-
tripping, right?
I
Yeah.
could- man, let me tell you something. Last year, I went to Universal Studios. We went to Volcano Bay. And you know what that is? It's the
Mhm.
water park.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's got a big volcano, and it's neat. You get in there, and we had a hotel facing the volcano. Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Went to it. All right. For one thing, I'm pale. My skin complexion is bad. So within a half an hour, I'm in the sunburn zone.
Hmm.
So we got our passes, and we went to ride this ride. One ride. It's like a turtle. It's like some big ass. I mean, it's harsh, man.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. It's something. It's a big turtle. You
Mhm.
go way up. You can see the whole park from up there, and then it's a big 6-person things. But with me, they only had me and my son because I'm so big. So
I love that.
and so they push us, and I'm in the back. So I go backwards. I go backwards down, and then I go backwards up, and then the boat turns. And I go backwards all the way down the slide. All right, nothing worse, man. This is my skydiving. This is why I couldn't skydive. After I got off that ride, I vomited in some bushes like 10 feet from the exit. I puked on a water slide.
Mhm.
I cannot ever jump out of a plane unless it was an emergency and I had to jump or I was going to die.
Well, let me tell you a funny story. Friend of mine who jumped out of an airplane,
Yeah.
whose shoulder popped out during the flight.
Yeah, I imagine that would make you pretty ill.
He said,
Yeah.
when he hit the ground,
Yeah.
was doing this, the halfway down. He
Yeah.
said halfway down that his shoulder popped out, and
Yeah.
he was like this.
Yeah.
Dry heaving, not to throw up on the tandem guy.
Right.
When they hit the ground, he said he ran over to the right and threw up.
Yeah.
But there's no embarrassment of it, he said,
Right.
because he
The
jumped
instructor was
out of a plane.
right. Right.
And for maybe hypothetically, he went through 2 weeks of horrifying shoulder pain.
That sucks for him, man.
But he said, well worth it.
Yeah.
More than worth it.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's.
Unbelievable.
That's why I drive fast. That's why I ride a motorcycle.
That's
I see that kind of excitement.
that's the motorcycle thing.
Yeah,
That's
but I like to be in control of it. If I'm going to go do something crazy, I like to be in control.
You're in total control. You have handles, actually.
Yeah,
And-
sure. And they are on a big sheet.
yes. That you're hoping doesn't rip. What's
Well,
funny is
Yeah, I hope everybody was happy the day that they packed my chute. I hope it opens up. I hope
Right.
it's fucking weirdly depressed like that dude that just took his plane and drove it into the ground because he was having a bad weekend.
I love that.
I have an issue with people who maybe it's their bad day, man. Maybe it's a really bad day. And also, I puke. I puked on the My Name Is Earl bus.
Mhm.
I was on the bus coming back from shooting My Name Is Earl, man, and I get car sick, man. I get car sick.
Me
If
too. Yeah.
I get violently car sick.
Mhm.
So I'm on that bus. We were up in the desert somewhere at some prison. I forget where it was. Some, you know better than me, man. The prison town up there, Tehachapi. Is it Tehachapi?
Oh yeah. You were up at Tehachapi, yeah.
And they got that old prison. And that's where we filmed that. And on our way back, man, I wanted to drive myself, but they told me that I had to ride the bus.
Mhm.
Jason Lee and all those people were up in the front, and I was like in the maybe 5 rows behind them. And I made it all the way back down the mountain into LA, into the valley.
Were you doing
And,
this?
Yeah, I was sweats, like cold sweats, man. I had no drink. I was dry mouth. I knew I was going to puke, but I was holding it back, man. And we pulled into the parking lot where they had us meet them for the day. And I watched as Jason Lee gets off, and I'm about to puke, and then here it comes, man. And I puked. I didn't want to puke outward. I puked into my shirt, and I held my shirt up so nobody could see me. And I'm just going for it, man. Just deep guttural puking. And I made it off the bus, man. Nobody said a thing to me.
Oh yeah, you're fucking what, 6'11"?
Yeah. I took my shirt off. I got over to my car. I took my shirt off. I threw it in the wood. I threw it in the brush, and I drove all the way home with no shirt on. And then the next day, I come to back, and we go to get on the bus, and the bus driver goes, hang on a minute. He goes, somebody puked, and I can't find the puke, but I can smell it. Well, yeah, because I was eating craft services all day. I had fucking some exotic shit that day, man. Some crab shit. I had all kinds of stuff, man. It was just in the air. I didn't spill anywhere. It was just in the air. Fucking really gross. I'm sorry.
That's hysterical. I love that though.
But yeah, man, I'm a puker.
It's my name is Hurl.
Yeah. Yep.
That was the follow-up. That was the follow-up to your episode was my name is Hurl on the way home.
Yeah.
But no, actually a great show though. I actually enjoyed that show. So the funny thing is though, that's what I say is like you are working more than ever right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
And you do plumbing. Yeah.
Plumbing, and we're adding some additional things to that. We're going to start doing water remediation. So that's like the cleanup of like floods and fire and smoke damage, because that's an insurance driven issue. So if you have the professionals on staff, you can deal with the insurance companies instead of dealing. And that and in modern day times now, what this is going to go on. This is going to start to affect people's pocketbooks. And plumbing is a necessity, but there are still people out there that have toilets in their house that don't work, that have water heaters that don't work. There's people out there who have no plumbing in their house, even though the house has plumbing.
Isn't that the insanity that nobody understands though in regular places?
Right. There are people that live like that because they're too poor. They can't afford to do my whole.
We think not in America though. Come on, bro. Yeah.
No,
come on.
It's common, man.
Come on. Everyone's got a place.
So with us, with what we're doing, we're seeing that, and we're trying to figure out where we can go to be more on the essential side of everything. So with flood damage and things like that, that's normally a house insurance concern. So we're gonna put the people in place to go in and do those cleanups, and then sometimes they're $20,000 and $50,000, $100,000 cleanups. And so if you can have a bunch of those jobs at the same time, you could be doing pretty good. And then HVAC, and then we're going to get into some other home services. And basically, we're going to evolve from a plumbing company into a whole home service company.
Well, you've hired a lot of people.
Yeah, we've gone up and down. We've had as many as 13 employees. We've had as low as 6 employees. We kind of fluctuate, but we just hired some people. As of 2 weeks ago, we got new people on. And we bought a lot of equipment just in the last 2 weeks because of how it's changed with sewers.
I think that's what people don't understand. In truth, like the issue of what they do to control us and what they do, blah, 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 in the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because all that shifts is who's doing well.
Yeah, really, for real. That's right, man.
I mean, you're hiring everyone who used to be an X-ray technician.
Right.
Per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, everybody's going to be going to plumbing school. Everyone's going to be going to this school or that school. Everyone's going to nursing school right now.
Right.
Because 1 million nurses are needed. And you know what's not needed? Any more fucking teachers right now.
You think? Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
It's all online. You've cut out aides. You've cut out everyone. We don't need aides. We don't need half this shit, right?
That's right.
So teachers that are a downfall, nurses and shit, huge right now. They were at a low for a minute. Construction workers aren't going to be shit again.
Yeah,
however,
out there.
Yeah, but there's going to be different things like people building hospitals, huge. People building this or that. People doing fucking masks right now are a huge industry. All of a sudden, it's going to be flooded, which it is already, and it's going to backlash and go bankrupt.
One business that I'm interested in is germicidal fumigation, and
that's going to be huge.
Yeah. So
and it's ignorant.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a fog machine with a germicidal and run it in somebody's house for 25 to 30 minutes, and then say you can't go back in your house for a day. You know,
and then charge them how much?
Charge $500 to $700. But here's the thing, though, they're going to have that on airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that when a plane lands, they're going to add to the list is a fumigation.
Yeah.
Of the plane. So somebody's
you're on it.
And they're going to get in there and they're going to get that contract. So somebody like me is going to go in there and they're going to get the contract for United Airlines, and they don't know what they're doing right now. They're going to have to learn what they're doing.
It's not even real.
Right. It's not a real thing yet, but somebody's going to do it.
It never will be a real thing because doing germicidal attack, it's stupid. Because people are going to still walk on with germs.
Germs are
going to be right back.
Like, it's so weird that people think you can just clean yourself up away from germs. Germs are every fucking where. They're on your shoes.
Way scarier than that is the shit that'll kill them.
Yeah.
The shit that'll kill them, if you're breathing that in, you're in way more danger than the fucking germs that your body knows how to fight.
It's really crazy how people, what we've done. I haven't been able to get hand soap for 3 weeks. There's been no.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's been no hand soap.
Did you go on Amazon?
Yeah, I went on. I went on Amazon finally, but at first I was just going to local stores. I go to Publix. I go to and hand soap's been out. Kitchen spray has been out. You can't get kitchen spray. I've had a ton of toilet paper. I had a ton of toilet paper before this. I didn't buy any extra, and I've not run out of toilet paper yet. It's crazy how people are thinking they can clean their way away from germs.
It's insanity. Well, how about this? On La Brea, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on La Brea and Fountain, there's the Ralphs, right?
Yeah.
Then there's the Ralphs on Sunset, the rock and roll Ralphs.
I was in that the day before the coronavirus thing closed down everything. Yeah.
Okay, so the rock and roll Ralphs is there.
The filthiest Ralph.
Right, worst. And then the La Brea one. Rock and roll Ralphs, huge line. Trader Joe's on Vine, huge line.
Yeah.
Target, huge line. Sprouts, huge line.
Yeah.
Ralph's on La Brea, no line.
Huh.
Ever.
Huh.
But Trader Joe's on Vine, a nonstop line only because they allow 1.5 people in. You literally off half your body to go in with someone. It's to that degree. They allow like 3 people in at a time. The Ralph's on La Brea just lets motherfuckers shop and be normal.
Well, what they did here they did a bunch of different stuff. So some stores make you wear masks when you go in and others don't. Some stores hold people. Walmart, for example, holds people here. They let people go in groups of 5. 5 go in, 5 go out.
How does that even matter?
Walmart, I don't know. It doesn't, man, because you're touching the same shit.
Is it the germs when they meet in the middle? Like my germ, your germ, and another person's germ. When they meet in the middle, they become the Thanos of germs.
I eat lunch every day. Normally that's what we do. It's part of our ritual is we go out to lunch every day, man. So we ate out until the day that they said we couldn't anymore. And I don't know what day that was. I assume it was sometime in April, man, early part of April. And they said no more. But, we've been getting deliveries for lunch and all that crap. And you're still dealing with the same germs, whether you sit there and eat or whether you have it delivered. It's the exact same fucking thing.
Well, no. Because, see, what you don't understand, if the person who delivers it puts on a mask when they get close to your house.
Oh, it's safer. Yeah, it's automatic.
No. And then they put on the gloves when they get close to your house.
Yeah.
And, well, basically they put on the gloves once they come because they jerk off while they drive. That's not the point, though. They so anyway, they sneeze in their hand. That's not the gloves they sneeze in, but that's not the point. When they bring it to you, it's somehow it's like when politicians talk into microphones, they can't catch stuff.
Right.
and they don't have to wear masks because of and
Yeah.
that's got to be what it is, because somehow they don't have to do any of the rules.
Well, what was it that at Wendy's, I went to Wendy's, all right, and I ordered a triple with cheese.
Okay.
And the lady said, "I'm sorry," because there's a meat shortage, I guess. The lady said, "I'm sorry, there's no doubles or triples."
Shut up. Tell me you didn't get 3 burgers.
And I said, "Hey, all right, then I'll take 3 cheeseburgers." So,
And she had no problem with that, did she?
no problem giving me 3 cheeseburgers, but I couldn't have a triple. So the issue is there's not a meat shortage, that's the price of the meat.
I am dying right now. That is the greatest ever, because she literally said, sorry, there's no way we could save a bun.
Yep. They didn't save meat, they saved a bun. They said
They would have saved a bun.
yeah.
They expended the exact same amount of meat.
Well,
They didn't care about the money.
Meat has gone up. So, but then when you get up there, they have a Lexan, like a food service thing, and they hold it out the window. So
Okay.
you put your credit card in that Lexan, and then they take it back, and then they grab it and they put it in the machine, right?
Well, they run it through their own vagina and asshole first.
All right, but see, who are we protecting with that? Okay, they have gloves on.
Yeah.
They touch the card. They use the machine. They give the card back. You stick your hand in that petri dish of germs.
Yeah.
You grab your card. We're all dipping our hand. It's like
Yeah.
they want to do compartmentalize the germs. Here's where all the germs are. They're in this dish.
We just want to control the percentage of germs each person gets.
Your
at
debit
the given
card.
time.
Your debit card is the dirtiest fucking thing you own.
Disgusting.
It's the dirtiest thing you own.
But it's not even the point, because none of it's real.
None of it's real, right?
That's the insane
There
thing.
was a flu.
Meaning there's a virus, we all agree across the board.
There was a flu, man, and it was a bad flu. It's still here, and it's still
Their
killing.
numbers have never added up. Again,
Yeah,
if a lot of us feel like we had it already, but if there's proof that this shit goes back to August of last year,
yeah.
then
All of
there's
it.
no way it's that dangerous that it didn't wipe us all out that were susceptible to be wiped out.
And I've talked with a lot of people, man. A lot of people are saying the same thing, man. If this thing was turning people, if this was like the Spanish flu, and it was legitimately killing people in 4 hours, then I would be all for a fucking lockdown, man. I'd be all for a hide for the children.
Or if they did a real lockdown.
Or yeah, but it's not killing people like that.
Well, but scare me with a real lockdown that shuts down corporate business.
right. Yeah. How can
Scare me down McDonald's.
and McDonald's is doing better than ever.
Every corporation right now in America is thriving online.
Let me tell you this, man. I talked with one of my friends who's a venture capitalist, and he said that he's got investments in the restaurants. Some of them had the best year they've ever had on Mother's Day this year. Some of them had the best Mother's Day they've ever had.
Oh, I mean, but just think of it this way. Walmart is doing better than ever with way less employees.
Yeah.
Amazon is crushing.
Oh, Bezos is
McDonald's. I mean, well, let's not say McDonald's, because that makes us ignorant. Regis, I think it's Regis Corporation.
Yeah.
That owns all these multitude of fast food places, is crushing.
Yeah.
Cigarette companies destroying.
Alcohol.
Shit. Here, look, you know me, bro. Look, you know me. I wasn't a drinker.
Yeah. I did the
This
same.
is my 900th bottle.
I did the same thing, man.
Yeah. I'm not a drinker, but I'm bored as fuck, and my kids aren't home,
Right.
And so when I don't have anyone to hit, I need a drink.
Drink would kill the pain. Yeah, man.
Of not being able to hit my kids.
Right.
No, I'm not even unhappy. I'm not miserable. I'm not nothing. I'm totally happy. My kids are amazing. Both my 2 oldest ones have full scholarship rides now.
Great,
My
man.
son started with 60%, and then they increased it. He's at a full ride now.
Nice.
My oldest daughter's been on a full ride for 2 years
Nice.
to Syracuse.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm in no way angry, nothing, but I'm drinking like a sieve.
Right. Because it's there and you're bored.
bored out of my motherfucking mind, and I'm smoking and I'm drinking, and this I was saying is like, sorry, alcohol kills 3.5 million people a year. Alcohol-related deaths, not drunk driving.
Right, alcohol
related to dying from consuming alcohol.
And the stores are open, man. It's not about saving people, man.
Cigarettes, 6 million.
Yeah.
How has it not been outlawed? You know what people said? It's freedom of choice.
Right.
No. Then why isn't this? Why isn't it my choice to get COVID?
Right. Exactly. This is my latest.
What's this?
This is what I'm reading right now.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Mushrooms. You want to hear a great story? Fucking how my shit goes. So I decided I want to do mushrooms.
Yep.
Because I turned down DMT. I did a show in Vegas. We hooked up with a dude who was like a porn dude, but big time.
Okay.
So he had a huge penthouse, like a 3-story penthouse.
He's like a producer. Yeah. Yeah.
And so he's like fucking, him and his wife do this shit and all this porn.
Yeah.
They've got jars and jars of weed. So we're smoking different weeds and this and that, right? Having the best time, da da da. Then he talks about DMT. Now, I don't do it.
It's probably for the.
Well, I didn't do it because I don't want my kids to have to claim my body because I was drunk and I was high. It was after the show. I don't want to like overdose and they have to claim my body at a porno dude's place on DMT.
Yeah.
It doesn't set them off to keep winning.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And so I literally passed for that reason alone, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I want to do mushrooms because I want to have that moment.
Right.
Of inner understanding because, go on.
No. Well, with mushrooms, what I'm learning, and I've read a couple books now, and I've done them a few times. I've probably a handful of times, 6 or 7 probably. I've done more acid than mushrooms for sure. What I'm interested in doing is the microdosing for the benefits of like sight and hearing, because it heightens your senses.
Mm-hmm.
So interested in doing it for the almost like the smart drug method of use. I don't know if you like how much you know about mushrooms, but like the basic mushroom that people take, like the psilocybe cubensis mushroom.
Yeah, it's cyclocylic, right?
Yeah, it's the most common thing. And then cyclosin is what it actually is the drug part of that, but it's a prodrug. So it goes in your body, and then your body actually makes the drug effect from it. It's a prodrug. Well, you can use different strains of mushroom to reprogram your brain. You can use some of the Hawaiian versions or the Costa Rican, South American versions. If you mix them in small amounts, small doses with other mushrooms like the Golden Teacher or the B+, you can get an effect that doesn't give you this crazy I'm on psychedelics feel. Mm-hmm. It hones your brain in. It shrinks your hypothalamus, and it makes your vision, your sense of smell, your fucking. They think that mushrooms were very helpful in our evolution as human beings. That we were eating them somehow. Either we were doing them directly, or we were doing them through foraging.
Well, we know we were eating mushrooms and cannabis and food.
And they think that what happened was it helped us to advance.
Too much.
We advanced. Yeah.
Someone figured out, hey, let's keep this separate.
Because your hypothalamus is apparently, and from we are all able to remember everything we've ever seen, heard, felt, said. Our brain has the capacity to do that, to literally recite everything you've ever seen, felt, or heard.
It's a hard drive.
It's a hard drive, but your hypothalamus is there to help you not go crazy.
Right.
So it's there deciphering what information. Why people say, "Oh, I forgot that," because you remembered something else that was more important. Okay.
Well, can I drop in there? Because people say with marijuana, it separates your ganglia, which is in the frontal part of your lobe, which prevents you from maturing.
Yeah.
But could you also think of it as it maintains your youthful hope?
Right. Your ideals. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the same thing you can do with mushrooms and the hypothalamus. What are you doing, bro?
There's nothing wrong with this moment. That is adorable.
She's
If everyone knew how that you were literally that you're 6'11", and how big that dog is.
She's a good girl. She's pretty. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. She wants to go outside, man. But yeah, that's I know. So I'm interested in the microdosing effects of it, not necessarily the psychedelic getting all crazy. I'm interested in the brain power, harnessing the power for the brain. I'd love to do DMT, man, but I think you got to be in the right place at the right time for that.
Well, that was my thing. Is the reason I didn't
Or
do
in the right place. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I want to be. That's why I want to do mushrooms. It's somewhere really safe where I have somebody who's not doing mushrooms that I trust.
Yeah.
That if I, for some reason, went wild or something, I don't go run into a cliff or run into the ocean or do something stupid.
Right.
You know.
Exactly right, man.
And so so the story is, so I get the mushrooms from a buddy of mine, gets me mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, this is back when I was still married.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck yeah, okay, so we're gonna go, me and my ex, we're gonna go do them.
Yeah.
And we were gonna, like, basically my oldest daughter was gonna take my youngest daughter to my first ex's for the weekend.
Yeah.
And me and my second wife, we're gonna go do mushrooms.
Yeah.
And we got in an argument. And this bitch locked herself in the kitchen and took the mushrooms. But like, what a bitch to do that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then I haven't been able to get them since.
Wow. I had a really good connection for mushrooms, and I used to do them, but I've never taken so many that I've had like the crazy visual. I've had some visuals. Definitely seen some stuff in the night sky, but never anything like I never saw anything melt or anything. With acid, I saw a lot of
acid. I've done.
Yeah, I've had bad trips on acid. I can't fuck with acid anymore at all. No way.
I did acid when I was a kid, and we ended up on Hollywood Boulevard on Argyle.
Yeah.
And there was a mural of an ocean, and we spent 2 hours watching the waves crash of a picture. And
I watched a tree fall on me and go back up and fall on me and go back up for an hour one time. Man, I've had a bad trip. I had my last acid trip. Never again.
Acid isn't the thing. Like poisoning your mind with chemicals that are man-made isn't ever a good idea.
But I think we're going to have a resurgency, or not a resurgency. I think we're going to see mushrooms become legal. I think we're going to see that happen.
Well, at least the teas and stuff would be nice.
Yeah. And that's what I would like to. I would like to get into that, man. I like to make a real medicinal mushroom tea for retail.
Oh, a mushroom tea shop.
Yeah. We're different blends. That's what I'm talking about. With different blends that affect the brain.
Oh man, or with rooms.
Well, yeah, you could do. Yeah. Just let people.
Oh shit! Wait a second. I got to find out the legalities of this. This is beautiful because think about it. Mushroom tea rooms.
Yeah. With
rooms where you could spend like the night, so to speak.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say that far, but that's a good idea. But yeah, I was talking, you know how, because when you go to the herb shops in LA now, there's such a wide variety of like products. Yeah. And Colorado has mushrooms, you can get mushrooms.
Amsterdam always had mushrooms.
Yeah. They had shops, mushroom shops, but nobody's honed in on mushroom products and said, okay, I want to be the mainstream mushroom guy.
Oh shit. That's brilliant.
And that's where I want to go, man. I want to be that guy.
I want to be the tea house.
Yeah. Mushrooms are real easy to not real easy, but if you follow basic protocol, they're pretty legitimate.
You're not going to fuck up too bad.
Right.
And if you screen people that can do it, you know what I want to do now? And I want to state this so I remember and I can look back on it. Yeah. I want to do a mushroom hotel, like a hotel where you go have mushroom tea and shit like that.
I mean, yeah, you could do it, man.
And you just, you can have it in different ways. You get the tea, the food.
Every hotel could be a mushroom hotel.
Right. No. But the rooms are way bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can experiment and experience things.
Yeah.
There's hot tubs, but you have an attendant.
Yeah. A servant.
An attendant who watches you to make sure you're safe. So if you have a jacuzzi, if you have a pool, if you have different things, maybe there's a waterfall in your room or this and that,
Dangerous.
whatever it be. Right, but you have an attendant.
Yeah.
To make sure nothing goes wrong.
Well. Yeah. I always wanted to do a comedy cafe, like where you smoke weed and where everybody smokes weed and does stand up.
Well, you remember the Secret Show, right?
Yeah. I would one of those, a mainstream one, but I think that the time has come for that and come and gone.
Yeah, because you know what? It's like, honestly, I don't know if weed is comedy conducive.
Yeah, I don't think it is, man.
Alcohol is.
There was a time when it was.
Yeah, like alcohol is super comedy conducive.
When people were on weed, when the comics were on weed writing jokes and the people were drinking alcohol.
Perfect.
That's a good mix.
Well, also in the 70s, when people were smoking weed, but what people did was 5 people did this.
Yeah.
And each one took 2 hits before the joint
absolutely.
that they all put their money together to get was gone.
Absolutely, man. And that went away.
And they had the tinge of a high. They had a high, like me and you just smoked more weed in this conversation.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
the entire population did in the 70s.
Right, man. They didn't have it.
And so they would take a few hits and be creative. Yeah. Your dog's going to freak. I got to end.
Yeah, man.
This has been beautiful. I want to have you back. Very interesting. By the way, this is on YouTube. I don't care about the Facebook things. They go up and down. Yeah. Because I had to switch Facebooks because my other Facebook had 5,000 friends.
Yeah.
This one, I'm very selective because I don't want bullshit because I was getting hacked and all kinds of crap with Facebook bots.
Yeah.
So this is also on iTunes, Soundify, Spotify, iHeart, everything else. As soon as I download it, it goes through all those. Boom, done.
All right, cool.
And so that's where my views come in. But yeah, check it out. Glad you were on. Very interesting. And Alex, I will talk to you very soon. By the way, guys, quick story, super quick. Alex, comic, came out to LA. Boom, boom. Very funny. Did some movies, did some things. Moves to Virginia, starts a fucking plumbing business, and does $1 million in sales. Second year?
Second year. Now we're trending towards 4 this year.
$4 fucking $1 million plumbing.
Yeah.
Greatest saying I ever heard was from a guy who used to do the Andy Gumps. He said, "What's shit to you is bread and butter to me."
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And fucking killing it, brother. Congratulations on that.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right. Thank you for being on. We'll talk soon. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. The 1 or 2 of you on Facebook who did. Everybody on iTunes. I'm kidding. There's a lot of you on Facebook. I'm not schmucks. Anyway. But yeah, it's an amazing thing. If you really check it out, that's America right now. Some businesses are doing great. Some businesses aren't. Let's stop with the front of the line shit. Let's stop with our heroes. Let's stop with this bullshit. It's bullshit. 90% of these motherfuckers would not go to work if they didn't have to and they could make the same money. That's just a fact. It doesn't make them good or bad. It just makes them human. They go to work because that's what they have to do. Because if they said no, they wouldn't get unemployment because the jobs are there. You see, you can't get unemployment if your job is still there. So they don't go to work. So they go to work. A lot of them wouldn't. That lady who was 67 years old and died, she wouldn't have gone to work and risked her life to clean up after people. At 67 years old, when she's high risk, if she could have made the same money staying home. Stop lying. Stop bullshitting. It's horrible. Gavin Newsom, whose family comes from so much money, who's just a trust fund fuck kid, who he had restaurants that his family bought him. He's such a fraud. It's such bullshit. Gavin Newsom lives in his castle, his safe life, his everything else, and he congratulates This woman's family who lost their mom because she's an immigrant and had to work. I say it's bullshit. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to put, if it's real, if this is a real massive pandemic, I don't think it's fair to make poor people work and risk their lives. Fuck that. Everyone do for themselves. Everyone. Do your own medical, do your own everything. Fuck this. It's a pandemic. Why would you risk? Are they really essential or are they disposable then? Let's call them what they are. These people are disposable employees. Keep it real. You don't keep it real. They're disposable employees that you're willing to let die. That's what you're saying. Because in truth, everyone could just do for themselves. And nobody has to be at risk for someone else. That makes no sense. Why should I put my life at risk to save your life? That's one life for a life. You could just die. And then it goes away if you stay away from everyone. No one else has to die. But if I go near you and stuff, I could die, and then I can give it to someone else who has to die. That's how it spreads. Why is it okay for us to risk the Walmart worker's life and pretend they're essential instead of disposable? It's a bullshit thing. See, news people, entertainers, they're making tons of money and they stay separate and safe. Well, they make tons of money entertaining us from their homes, which is crap because it shows what fucking sheeple we are, that we give a shit about what Jimmy Fallon thinks from his fucking home. He's a drunk woman beater. But you care what Jimmy Fallon fucking thinks from his home. So you watch it. You watch the boring ass Saturday Night Live crap, which is totally unentertaining. You do it repetitively. On and on and on you do it. With no understanding of anything in reality of what's going on. The fact we're being fucked over. The fact that you're being told you're essential. The fact that they wasted money having the fucking jets fly over to salute the health workers. We're in a money crunch. California's in a budget crisis. The country, the world is in a budget crisis. Why would you waste fuel and money and manpower and woman power to fly jets to salute essential workers? That's a spit in their face. You're wasting resources when they're putting their life on the line. Why would you do that? And then they're all gathered right next to each other, no 6 feet apart. Look at the news things. They're right next to each other. Our own stupid Governor Gavin Newsom, that fucking elitist piece of shit, is on the news telling everybody how you're probably not going to understand this. You won't get this. This is probably above your head. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. A lot of us earned our degrees. A lot of us worked for our educations. A lot of us were on our own. We didn't have trust funds. We get it. And you know what? Everyone else gets it. Everyone gets it. You're not that smart. You're not that brilliant that, oh, you're so above everyone's head, you fuck nugget. People need to wake up. Wake the fuck up, America. Wake the fuck up, California. We're being goddamn ignorant. They're flying planes which cost millions of dollars to fly to salute fucking essential workers, which we should really call disposable workers, because again, there's no need for McDonald's. There's no need for any of that. Shut down every fast food, shut down everything, give them all unemployment with their extra $2,400 a month. That's right. Yeah. Fast food employees, guess what? If you weren't working right now, a lot of you would get unemployment plus $2,400 extra a month from the government. But you're not getting that, so you're in there getting coronavirus possibly if it was real. So keep that in mind though. Essential? Do we need Wendy's nuggets? Seriously? Essential? Do I need a fucking McRib, which they aren't even making available, motherfuckers? But I don't even want to go to McDonald's, man. I don't want them touching my food. If anyone's got the coronavirus, those are the people who have it. Fuck. Ronald McDonald. No. But the point being is wake up. Do some logical thinking. I could be wrong. I'm scared to death I'm wrong. Trust me. I wear a mask when I go out. It's the deal. It's the rule. I do all that. I'm not like fighting the system and this and that. I'm just questioning. Can we think logically for 5 seconds? Can we just think logically enough to say, hey, how does this work, man? That we need fast food, that we need Walmart. I don't need Walmart. We need stores open, I guess, food stores. I don't need Walmart or Target. If it's that scary, though, I don't even need Ralph's or anything open. Just have the government send trucks by and drop off food to everyone because it's that scary, guys. We need to really let's do it right. If the government come by, bring different types of food to the same thing to everyone, boom, boom, boom. Here's your packages, blah, 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 right? Because it's that scary. We got to do that. Fucking A, right? Anyway, fucking insane. Wake up, people. Wake the fuck up, okay? 70-year-old lady walking down Santa Monica Boulevard, no motherfucking mask. She gets it.